Once again, a wonderful and a beautiful good morning to all of you. Thank you so much, to Loza Omamfene, social crossover, doing what it does between Mondays and Fridays, between 6 and 9 a.m. And of course, Omamfene doing her best to bring you all that motivation, entertainment, spirituality, and current affairs. Thank you so much to her. As we look at current affairs as there too, we have to always kick it off in such a way where we don't make the mistake of ever missing out on the things that are happening. Let's quickly cross the border. Apparently, and this is what Zimbabwean teachers are saying, Mnangagwa has reduced us to paupers. Zimbabwean teachers struggle to survive. Several Zimbabwean teachers downed tools on Wednesday this week, or last week, in fact, demanding more pay and as an improvement of their working conditions amid a worsening economic situation that is causing headaches for President Emerson Mnangagwa's government ahead of the general elections expected around August this year. Many of the country's teachers, like other professionals and thousands of ordinary citizens, sang revolutionary songs and danced when the country's now late former president, Robert Mugabe, was forced to resign in November 2017 following a bloodless coup endorsed by the international community. Just 6 years after Mugabe's unceremonious exit from the country's highest office, many of them are now regretting ever marching to the capital, Harare, demanding his ouster because the new dispensation is allegedly turning a blind eye to their plight. Mnangagwa promised a raft of socio-economic and political reforms when he took office. One such educationist is Maxwell Basiavo, a secondary school teacher come trade unionist who works in the Kuruve district of Mashonaland Central Province. It's a stronghold of President Mnangagwa's ruling ZANU-PF party. Basiavo, who started the activism when Mugabe was still in power, says he was now being victimized by the new political order for his trade unionism. He said, "After I was granted bail by the court, I was then attacked by the same police officer who arrested me and another one known ZANU-PF activist here in Kuruve. I have since reported the two cases to the police. They are targeting me for my activism, but I refuse to be intimidated." This is being said by the teachers of Zimbabwe, our neighbors from the north. The Tembe royal family member fighting cross-border crime gunned down in KZN. Sandile Tembe, a prominent member of the Manguzi Policing Forum who fought against the cross-border crime, was gunned down after 9 p.m. on Saturday outside a local tuck shop near his home at Mfihlweni Royal Residence in Manguzi in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Tembe family, the Tembe clan, and community as they mourn the immense loss of Sandile Tembe. What is more concerning is that this incident comes just a week after murder of another prominent fighter in the Manguzi cross-border crime syndicate, Uchuda Mthethwa. She said police scour every corner to find those responsible for the callous murder. We will be with the national government because we believe that there should be better and urgent coordination and alignment between SA and its neighbors to combat escalating cross-border crime. We remain resolute in our resolve to take away the war criminals in our pursuit to ensuring safety and justice in our province as well as the borders, said Dube Ncube. A small party that first contested the municipal elections in November 2021 has reinforced its growing image as a credible political contender in northern KZN. Now it wants to expand its reach. There is a new political organization that has taken some parts of KZN and places like Newcastle, Ladysmith, Vryheid, Denhauser, and others by storm, and has become a force to be reckoned with. A breakaway from the economic freedom fighters, Team Sugar South Africa, or TSSA, contested local government elections for the first time in November 2021 and now occupies key seats in some of the municipalities, playing a kingmaker role with some of them. It also has 7 councillors, 2 ward and 5 proportional representation, or PR councillors, in the Newcastle local municipality 64-seat council. In Amajuba, Vryheid local municipality, it has 3 council seats, and in Denhauser, local municipality, the party has 1 council seat. Team Sugar SA leader Musa Twala, popularly known as Shugela or Sugar, became deputy mayor of Newcastle after the party decided to form a coalition alliance led by the Inkatha Freedom Party. The colorful, flamboyant Twala has attracted some of the controversies in the past. A video of local municipality's deputy mayor losing control of his BMW Kushesh and crashing into spectators went viral. The incident took place in the Old Monte Vista Casino in Newcastle on the 27th of November 2022. Newcastle is the third largest city in KZN and is regarded as the province's industrial center. The majority of the citizens live in Newcastle in the main townships of Matateni and Osizweni. With a balance of Newcastle West, the two other Newcastle are separated by the N11. Now, the coalition agreement between Team Sugar SA and IFP, such that the two parties don't contest each other. TSSA's Newcastle Municipality Ward 31, Nogusa Kumalo, committed suicide in November 2022, exactly a year after winning the award. This necessitated a by-election held in February. Before the November 2021 local government polls, the ward was a safe ANC seat. In 2016, the ANC had won more than 60% of the vote. "27 minutes now after 9 a.m. as we continue with moments in current affairs. Nappies and formula milk are some of the items that got 18 people, who include government employees and pharmacy employees, into trouble in a racket that fleeced 2.3 million rand from the Government Employment Medical Scheme, or GEMS. The suspects appeared in the Nelspruit Magistrates Court ahead of charges yesterday of fraud. The state alleges that GEMS members, who included nurses and teachers, colluded with 4 pharmacy owners in Bobela to buy items that are not covered by the medical aid scheme. In some instances, exchange their medical aid savings for cash. According to Hawks spokesperson Pumalanga Dineo Sekhotodi, the first case was registered in November 2020 in Bombela. The modus operandi was that the government employees would go and buy these items at pharmacies and make claims that they bought either medical items covered by their medical aids, and this was a lie. Some of the items they bought include soap. She said items would be sold to the medical aid member at exorbitant amounts, and the accused would split the money from their savings. She said the accused handed themselves to the Hawks yesterday. Magistrate Eddie Hall gave 4 pharmacy employees 5,000 rand bail each, while 14 government employees were granted 1,000 rand bail each. Sikhotodi told one of the publications that the state is looking to make more arrests. The National Prosecuting Authority's case against former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede and her co-accused in a 320 million rand cash extraction scheme from the city's solid waste department will show that the desired outcome was a self-enrichment of the ANC leaders and councillors in the KwaZulu-Natal, as well as party allies such as mafia-styled business forums under the banner of radical economic transformation. Former Durban Mayor Zandile Gumede was the principal controller of the enterprise. Public prosecutor Hazel Siraman told the Durban High Court yesterday, and her methods would become clear as the trial played out. The state's evidence includes reams of documents, including bank statements, vehicle tracking data, browser history, emails, cell phone records, and invoices. There is also a list of over 112 witnesses that prosecutors can call from. The much-awaited trial finally started with the Siraman providing the opening statement for the prosecution, which took 4 hours. Gumede was first charged in 2019, along with her several of her co-accused. Former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede arrived at the Durban High Court yesterday morning, where she's facing charges of corruption, racketeering, and relating to a Department of Solid Waste tender that was never handled the correct way. Police in Gauteng have recovered a Toyota Land Cruiser SUV after it was hijacked from its owner in Delmas on Sunday. The spokesperson, The spokesperson of the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, Lerato Munyane, said the owner of the house where the popular SUV parked said the man had brought it and parked it. The man had brought it and parked it. The man who allegedly brought the vehicle could not be reached on the phone, according to the police. On Monday, members of the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, Tsakane precinct officers in conjunction with South African Police Service tracing unit, recovered the hijacked vehicle at Tsakane. The EMPD officers received information regarding the hijacked vehicle that was spotted around Tsakane area. Following up on the information, police officers were led to a residence on Musaka Street in Tsakane, where the hijacked white Toyota Land Cruiser SUV was found. The vehicle was taken to Benoni van Rijn Deep for safekeeping. Investigations are ongoing and arrests are imminent. In a late-night cabinet reshuffle yesterday, President Cyril Ramaphosa appointed Zizi Kodwa, who had previously served as Deputy Minister of State Security, to the Sports, Arts and Culture portfolio. Speaking at the Union Buildings in Tshwane, President Ramaphosa on Monday promoted Zizi Kodwa to the Deputy State Security Minister, from Deputy State Security Minister to the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture. Ramaphosa made the announcement at 8:39 p.m. last night. The president has faced mounting criticism to reshuffle his cabinet, an announcement which he repeatedly delayed. Kodwa is a member of the ANC's National Executive Committee and served as the party's spokesperson from 2014 to 2017. He was previously Deputy Minister of State Security after being appointed to the position in May 2019. With his reconfiguring of the cabinet from the Union Buildings in Pretoria last night, while the ANC's alliance partners welcomed the changes, the DA said it was merely a batch of broken eggs. After more than an hour's delay, President Ramaphosa finally announced his much-anticipated cabinet reshuffle. He said the changes were intended to fill vacancies that had occurred during the executive and to direct the government more effectively towards the areas that require urgent and decisive action. Ramaphosa did not reduce his cabinet, but added more members. Notably, he appointed 3 additional ministers to the presidency, including Dr. Trusenz Ramakgopa, who is the Minister of Electricity. Alliance partners COSATU and SACP expressed support for the new cabinet. SACP General Secretary Soli Mapaila was happy with the appointment of Noxolo Kiwit as the Minister of Public Service and Administration. The leader of the opposition party officially, John Steenhuisen, who's from the DA, slammed Ramaphosa's revamped cabinet as a batch of broken eggs, which comprised of those who had plunged the country into disaster. Still in politics, another Patriotic Alliance councillor in Cape Town has quit to join the Democratic Alliance. They said, "I've been disillusioned by the Patriotic Alliance since I joined in 2021, Marvin Sampson was heard saying. A former Patriotic Alliance mayoral candidate in the city of Cape Town who has jumped ship to the Democratic Alliance. The DA welcomed the new member to its party, Marvin Sampson, a councillor for the Patriotic Alliance. Sampson is a city of Cape Town mayoral candidate for the PA in the 2021 local government elections. He sent a resignation letter to the Felicity Purchase, the Speaker of the City Council, and Chanel Stevens, the PA Secretary General. Introducing Sampson, the DA caucus leader in the city of Cape Town, Mayor Jordan Hill Lewis, said that the 2021 local government election campaign trail, he had noticed that Sampson wasn't interested in political point scoring, but was focused on community issues. He said, "Let me put that on record. This is not a smear campaign." He attributed his leaving the Patriotic Alliance to various issues, including the culture of fear and the lack of policy and procedure. Finally, A 22-year-old German tourist who went missing in Cape Town over 3 weeks ago has still not been found. Police called off the search for Nick Frischke on Friday, but efforts will resume. New leads are received. Five men from Hout Bay's Hangberg fishing community who suspected of having robbed Nick Frischke have appeared in court. The German tourist went missing on Valentine's Day. Police spokesperson, Warrant Officer Joseph Boy, confirmed that Frischke arrived in South Africa on the 6th of February. It was reported that he was staying at an Airbnb in Pinelands.